Hello and welcome to Hearts of Iron 4. We are playing a brand new mod here, well, new for me anyway. I've had a look to see whether we can actually do what we want to do on this, and in the focuses of a Great War, we're going to be trying something slightly different. This is the Great War mod, and this is not Wolfrose's the Great War mod. This is the Great War Redux. Playing in Husky 1.93 edition of the game, and we are gonna be playing, when it loads up, Germany. So sit back, relax, let's find out what we can do as the German Empire. And you're probably thinking, hold on, you've done a Great War as Germany before. This is true. However, we haven't played it like this before. So, what are we going to be doing? Well, when we get into the game, we will find out and I will explain all. Okay, that's not enough divisions for what I want to do, so I'll grab those two. They can be added onto there, and I will come back to that. We will start, of course, with Wilhelm II and the national focus. So, a big focus tree, as you can see. So let's delve in, and I will explain as best as I can. Okay, this part of the tree is kind of how you would actually play the Central European campaign. So as Germany going into World War One, you would be part of the Central Powers. But this, your kind of the way to lean or the way to actually progress in the game is kind of just based on what you actually decide to do down this particular tree. So we've got here the Weltpolitik, which takes you on to Fan-Prussian militarism, which takes you on to OHL authority. What is OHL? OHL is the Supreme Army Command for the German Army. Okay, and from there you can kind of do military advisors. You can invade. I'm not sure whether they've actually spelt that correctly. Invasion. No, I think that's supposed to be invasion of Finland. You can establish the Finnish monarchy, of course, because that's the thing. And then you've got your military advisors, expand the staff. You've got a Hindenburg program, light aviation, airships, democratization of the army. Is that a word? Not sure about that. And yes, you've got strike the Entente. It's time for Lenin to die. Okay. Okay, so that's your central branch from these two. And the other one was contain the Kaiser, constitutional compromise, and contain the OHL. Okay. From this side, here we got support Austrian claims, so you can do all that. That takes you down to threaten Holland, befriend Holland, declare war on France, as you do, or you can do the backstab, and I'll come back to that in a bit because that does lead on to a bigger part of the tree, and that's where we will be heading. So anyway, contain the Kaiser, you can do your Central Powers Conference there, go down there, strike the Entente, as I said. Make sure that Lenin doesn't actually go any further. Reform the colonial management from that little part, which is part of Claim Middle Africa, which is down there. Place under the sun, which is a key phrase from Wilhelm. You got the Agadir crisis, which is in Africa, or you can turn to Asia. Middle of the road there is your naval supremacy, which you'll have to do, or well, you'll have to combine with these two. On the end, we have the Tokyo-Berlin Pact, which is kind of like Axis territory in World War One. That gives you claims on all of those islands or territories, and further down you've got claims within China. So all good stuff, as you can see. Okay, so let's bring the computer back and we'll explain what we're going to be doing. So from Weltpolitik, fan Prussian militarism. We go on to backstab, which gives us opinions within Italy increasing and decreasing within Austria-Hungary. So that's how we're going to be playing the game. We're going to be going against Austria-Hungary. I don't know what you're thinking. How's World War I going to start from there? Well, we're going to find out because from there you can do this is more trade relations that actually swings opposition and position of the German Empire and Italy. Get Romania into our realm, and we have then war goals against Austria-Hungary. And from there you can do all sorts of things. You can assist Hungary, or you can suppress Hungary. You could go on and you can restore the Holy Roman Empire. You can have Kaiserreich. You can have the rise of evil. Or you can have Marxism on the rise, which is like a socialist Germany. Anyway, we're going to be starting with that. So we are committed. And what do we want to do next? Well, let's go through the buttons as we do, because I don't normally do this with you guys. Anyway, this is your weapons and equipment for your infantry. As you can see, it's 1904 to 1928. A couple of things actually done so far, but many things more still to do. Support battalions are there, ready to do. Radio is done for you. Of course, this would be our tanks, and so we've got armoured cars and we've got tank prototypes there. Artillery is branched out into standard artillery down there and heavy siege artillery down there. Of course, we have mortars, anti-air and anti-tank, which is all good. Your land doctrines are worked out. Well, the Blitzkrieg mobile warfare is now technical excellence doctrine. And I'm not too sure whether the values here actually kind of just reflect the Blitzkrieg, but I think because we've actually got that one going, we will carry on down there. Superior firepower, as you can see, it looks standard actually. And then we've got the grand battle plan, and that actually goes down there. Mass doctrine is replaced by numerical excellence doctrine, when I can say the words, because these teeth are not mine today. And naval modular expansions to your ships are less than what they would be in man the guns. This is the template for it. But as you can see, there's all the standard stuff there, and these actually brought up in between there instead of being at the bottom. Okay, that's how we stand. Naval doctrines, fleet in being, trade interdiction, base strike. I think we should be going for that as Germany, but we may actually go down that side, and I'll explain that when it comes to our navy. Okay, this is our air force, or not air doctrines, but our equipment that we shall use. And we have Zeppelins, of course, strategic bombers, medium air bombers there, scout planes, which we're going to go for. And we've got naval bombers, fighters, and CAS. Yes, CAS. Air doctrines, strategic destruction, I think, was on this side before, and the icons look, well, they look very similar, if not the same. So I think that still is the strategic destruction. Maybe, I don't know. I haven't actually seen the values and whether they actually perform, but they seem the same, so I don't know. Anyway, you get your battlefield support there with PE2 Sturmovix. I don't know about that. And they would be tactical bombers of the Luftwaffe, it looks like there, but no, not included. This is what we're dealing with, the background there that you can actually see. And we will progress to electrical and mechanical. As you can see, they are set out as such. Industry is production, construction, resources. As you can see, we're going to go for production, we're going to go for construction, and that is us starting off. We'll come back to other stuff at the start. Intelligence agency is going to be something that we need to do. As I now think about factories. Right, we'll start off with civilian ones. We'll head to Brandenburg because it's an 80% slot there. We'll fill those out, I think. That'll do for now. I'll come back to our production screen in a second because I've just noticed we've got aircraft we can actually ask for. So let's do that. In school amounts, just to start off with. But if you've seen my Turkish campaign, you'll see the importance of aircraft. Okay, this is a problem to do with Redux, Great War Redux or Redux, that we only start as Germany with 5 battleships. That is incorrect. So we're going to do something about that, but we can work with this. It's not a problem as such. While we're here, we will just assign turbines. And yeah, we'll get them training up on the Air Force. Did I do that? I did. Okay, that is those sorted. Okay, let's come back to production because that affects what we're going to decide here. We're going to go for early fighters and Zeppelins. They could have got rid of that quite easy because it's not necessary there, but yeah, it just looks daft having like C-47s there or commando type transport aircraft. What we're going to need is a convoy being selected and some ships. So we've only got submarines and torpedo hulls to actually go for at the moment. Destroyers are not available because we haven't got the naval experience to actually build them out. Same story for cruisers, heavy and light, and dreadnoughts. So we will fill out these and we will ask for more of those, and I'll probably give another one onto the destroyers because they take slightly longer to do. Okay, so we have still got military factories that we need to do something about. So 5 on there instantly, 3 on there, 3 on there. Actually, let's build those up because I want to build them out. And that should do. We're going to have to increase that when it comes to it though. Actually no, I won't put those on there because we're asking for a design of a scout aircraft, aren't we? So how do our divisions look? Well, we've got combat width on our main infantry, so it's 9 battalions of infantry, engineers and support artillery. And our ersatz division is quite poor, only 8. So it's just 4 infantry battalions. And bearing in mind there is quite a few of those, so I think, yeah, there's 57 divisions of that infantry, and there is currently 56 divisions of ersatz. We have got some cavalry out there, but they are not going to last for long. Why? Because I'm going to do that. Okay. And while I'm here, I will split them out. We'll have 2 groups. And that didn't work how I wanted it to, because I hit the S and that should have done that, and it did that time. Right, get them coloured up, get your colouring pencils out because that's what we're about. So add those 2 to a field marshal, and I need to select some more troops. Yeah, what do I need? I need another 24, don't I? So that will do. Just bunch them together, and everybody else just pull into that. And actually, that's not how I really want them, but yeah, I don't want 4 groups. Increase them just a bit. That's not that far off, to be honest. I'll have these, they can be light blue, and I'll put them on that front. They can be actually not that colour, they can be yellow, and they can be on that front, and we can actually start the game, I think, if I just do that, get them all training up, we can start. Okay, let's go. 15 minutes worth of waffling. Oh my god. Right, let's get on. Okay, so Field Marshal Albert von Württemberg, you're the man. And we will now assign our generals. So Hindenburg, Ludendorff, and Falkenhayn for our division. Oh, hold on, let's get that worked out correctly. Let's put them on there. They're not classed as a enemy, so I don't think they'll actually deploy out there properly, but that hasn't actually worked out how I wanted it to, because that's gone all the way over there. Let's not have that. Let's have them return back to where they need to be. Now, if I just complete the mission of doing those. Yes, we're having a camel regiment. No, we're not. Everything back to infantry, please, if you don't mind. I'll have this one actually coloured white. Let's assign them Mackinson. Okay, there's troop commander there that I've seen with a fort buster. Yep, I'll have von Bülow. He can be on there because they have got forts. Yes, indeed. And this guy will be against the Russian front. So we'll give them, yeah, we'll give them Leto von Vorbeck. It's not going to be the correct positions for these particular people, but that is a start. Okay, so we'll start off with our agents. Now, we'll go for our famous agent here, Matahari, who is a seducer. This is true. This is a real woman. So this is not for kids, but if you don't know about her, you should do. Go and find out all you can about Matahari. Okay, so let's form the department up and let's get some decryption going as required. Okay, our first ship is ready. Okay, that's good. They're not quite ready yet for more reinforcements out there, but that is all fine. Let's come down to fan that Prussian militarism. And we've got points, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to go for our elusive gentleman. So he's going to give us another agent. We have got other people that we can actually select there. So we've got Prince of Terror, Compassionate Gentleman, Fortification, Captain of Industry, Monarchist, Economist. We've got Silent Workhorse, sorry, but can't have him because we're not non-aligned. Sorry, the current ruling party is not aligned, so can't have that one. What we can do is then go on to our next pick on here, and I'm going to go for that. It is 315 days, but I'm going to get that going to start off with before we've actually done anything. That yellow is not kind of effective enough to actually see on the map, so let's just give them an order just to do that, because that's kind of perfect. I'm not going to move them into their positions, not yet. I could actually give these guys their order, but that would give my game away at the moment. I'm not giving any games away because, well, we haven't got enough viewers, so, or subscribers. Let's pick those two. And okay, so our war will be first against Austria-Hungary, but to get that cipher running, it takes quite a bit of time, so I'm not going to do it against them. I'm going to do it against France, because 960 days is quite a while to wait. Okay, we have got political power coming again, but my theorist, I think I want this guy, because he's got the mobile warfare doctrine, so we will build those points up. Let's get them going there. German Empire Flotta, not flotilla. Okay, that's weird. Doesn't actually, no, it's there, isn't it? It's actually listed as something different. So let's do that, get that up with the aircraft. And then we have an agent. Okay, so wow, we are being blessed with seducers. So what have we got? We've got an escape artist, or we've got somebody that's tough. Let's get another woman out there. And we could... no, we couldn't do this, not yet. We are a bit too preemptive with that. We'll get them working in the country at the moment. That's what we're going to do. We'll go on to that because we're not quite ready for what we want them to do. Dispersed industry is something that we do want to do. This will all make sense, viewer. This will all make sense. Grab a drink, grab some snacks. Enjoy the historical journey that we're going to take into creating another empire. Okay, so what do we got? What can we do? We've got infantry support weapons that we can do, so let's get that on the go. And how far off are we on those? We're okay on those, so we can do another one of these, and I will do Army Department. I did actually forget about that. I do apologise. I will fire myself out of the cannon, of course. I'm gonna put him on there. No, I'm not yet. No, that's actually just got rid of it. That shouldn't do that, but it should, because I did actually ask it to do that, but it's not going to make no difference at the moment. We'll have Von Mackensen back there. He's going to be thinking I'm completely incompetent, and he would be correct on that, so let's not tell him anything different. Yeah, we're getting up to our points that we can actually put on there. I wanted to put people on different places, on different field marshals. Okay, so we've got the Kingdom of Italy accepts our invitation to the Central Powers. Okay, so we shall set our differences aside for the moment. Okay, I like how it actually said for the moment. Right, we're going to do that. So we're going to isolate the Adriatic Sea. It's going to bring everything down there into question, whether they can actually get it out or not. Now our Field Marshal order should now be able to draw a line in there, and Vienna is going to be our goal. Right, yeah, let's get the Russian front and the French front with a new guy, Ruprecht von Wisselbach. We will have that guy. Another offensive doctrine, because that's the way to go. Yeah, he will get out to where I need him to be in a minute or month. Okay, and he's going to be going in from there. Right, do we have... No, we don't have any military factories going at the moment, which we should probably rectify, because I want scout planes, and I'm now going to struggle for 70% areas, aren't I? There, okay. Let's ask for one from there. We're nearly ready with this theorist, so there we go, and that should have some effect on our trench warfare there, because we've now got that doctrine speed that should help us out there. We've got this to do, and what do we want next? Well, I'm going to go for... Actually, I'm going to go for that next. Don't tell them though. The ladies will not be impressed. Actually, saying that though, I can get them out in the field. Why do I want them out in the field? Because we did have 100% on there because they were our allies. We now don't have that, so we're going to get that intelligence back. No divisions in basic training, that's fine because we've still got a deficit of infantry equipment. That's 265 days away, so not too much of a bother for our guys. He's got a trait, supposedly, Ludendorff, but it's nothing worthy of actually doing anything, not yet. We're going to continue that though of let's just get some passive defense going, and then maybe we can get another agent. If we can get that as well, that would help, because we will be forming a faction. Well, we've actually got the faction, haven't we? Because it is the Central Powers. Okay, 2 to go for. Okay. We've got artillery that we can go for, if you hadn't noticed before, and on here we've got motorized. So let's get that, because that will enable these then, because I can't do those until I've got motorized. And we progress. Okay, and we carry on, and we're going to go for our Romanian alliance now. So we've got the Kingdom of Italy in the Central Powers, so that's Vittorio Emanuele III, and we're going to go for Romania. That isn't big, but Carol I is there. He will be enticed to join the Central Powers. In the meantime, can we actually put any more aircraft out there? We can, but not a lot. So let's ask for some more, and they can train. They're training up at the moment, and they're not stopping for some reason, so that's a bit disturbing. I've got it on the thing that it actually stops them, but it's not. I've got it on the thing, because you know what I'm on about with the thing, don't you? Okay, so I'm going to give them the shield. And these are submarines. And who we're going to give for our submarines? Somebody with spotting abilities. Well, von Hipper has. He's a gunnery expert. Okay. Would it make any difference? Maybe not. Now. Hold on. Oh no, that's for the whole of them, isn't it? Yeah. It's not really what I wanted to do. I wanted to do that. Get them training up properly. Right, that's our submarines that's going to be with him. Let's get a commander for this guy. Now, I think he's going to be the one, and a fleet protector screening efficiency, so von Spee. Can we give a commander to them? Does it really make any difference? Don't think it does, but we'll give them sheer. Because of his sheer luck, whether they actually get anywhere. Ha 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 ha. We've got naval experience now, so we can do this. So let's come back to our destroyers, because we need a destroyer hull. So torpedoes, hydrophones, fire control system, please. Anti-aircraft. Nope. Okay, light battery then. And another light battery, please. That's 25. Can I give them... Well, I would have liked to have given them depth charges, but well, we haven't got any, have we? So we go 30. And we have a destroyer. So let's ask for... Yep, 6 of those. Actually, we're going to need quite a few of those, aren't we? It's going to be one more built of those. Okay. And then we'll get some cruisers. Because we can. Right, let's put those into a new group. Just stop that. They really need to repair because they're not going to get anywhere. Right, we've got military factories, or a factory. Yes, which must mean we've actually got this going here. So we will do interrogation techniques. That gives us some base defense, and if we find anybody there, we will do stuff to them to make them talk. Yeah. Okay, we have a focus that we can do straight away. Cool. And interrogation techniques was done rather fast. Okay. I'm gonna go for that because that gives us some decryption power. Oh right, it's only 25 days, it's not 30 days. Right, what do we want? We want... did I want him? No, I didn't want him at all. I wanted him. Okay, mistakes were definitely made there. I think I made a blunderkrieg. Okay, trench warfare is done, so that is one thing that we've actually got correctly. Let's do that. I can't believe I did that. Talk about misclicks. Oh, we've got another agent, so that is something good. Quite good intelligence there, so... yeah, that's better. That's better. Good. And let's progress. Okay, these, yep, 182 days. They are within our realm. Okay, we have got... let's get these destroyers built up. And where are we? Right, they're all going to there, aren't they? So, how many of these do... oh, I'm thinking that these are going to be destroyed, but they're not. So, can they protect the battleships? Well, they're more offensive than they are defensive, so we'll see. We will see. We've got another agent that we can actually do. Ooh. Now, I do like these natural orators because I do like that psychological warfare. She's also a seducer, so Anna Schmidt, you're on. These could actually do a mission. Okay, we haven't got that war goal against them yet, so we won't do it yet. That is going to give us a war goal in 23 days. So, yeah. Oh, and another operative is coming along. Good. I think that's because we've got other people actually in our faction now, and right, okay, so we better rescue this operative. Okay, well, she's straight in. Let's send her in, and yeah, let's get that agent out. That is going to give us that war goal, and we'll do that to get that running. And can we do that now? No, because we don't own Lower Austria. So we're going to do this. We're going to do Place Under the Sun. The way that our troops are at the moment, I think they could actually take these quite easy. Troops are placed, aren't they? Yes, they are. Okay, I need some out there. So you can do this while you are at peace. So we will. Damn it, we didn't train them up. Mistakes were definitely made. Why that hasn't actually just trained them to completion, I don't know, but well, it hasn't. Right, okay, they're going to be with him. Those are going to be with him, and do we really need any out there? Probably so. I could put them out raw, I suppose, fresh, green, however you want to call it. And we're going to go for another seducer, I think, because that's how we are rolling. I don't think I've ever used the Demolition Expert before, but yeah, let's go for it. We're not quite there yet with our operation to get her out. So, and that's what the operation is actually called, Operation Get Her Out. Yeah, now that you tell me about aircraft, oh, right, where did all these aircraft come from? Somewhere. Sure, why not? Let's put some of those out there. Let's train both of them up. More military factories. How are we doing with our, what is this? Motorized course. I think the rest of the factories ought to go on our infantry equipment, because that is 27 days. That's not that bad, is it, to be honest. This war goal has got no time limit on it whatsoever. So put those with him. And that's another thing that I forgot to do, so let's get them past the green status at least. Don't want to be just chucking men away. This is going to be a long campaign. That operation has been done. Good. Let's close that and let's coordinate an attack. So we will declare war on the Austro-Hungarian Air Empire through a surprise attack. When activated, all port strike and strategic bombing in the target region will execute multiple times without air defense being able to intercept them. So we better have them on in the areas before we actually strike them. And I tell you what, these two were particularly, well, she was particularly good in actually getting her out, but is she actually gaining up any other skills? Let's use those two. And it's a deadly mission. Oh dear. Okay, let's do that area. We will just prepare it at the moment because they're going to need equipment to actually do that. And it's support equipment. And we haven't got enough support equipment at the moment, so don't do this at home, but that should increase the support equipment for them for that operation. In the meantime, our guys and girls will be training up. Good, good, good. Let's just stop that. That's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Okay, we are going to increase them. And them. And now let's do, it did say port strikes, didn't it? So, okay, we can't do that from there, but we could do this for them to get into there. They're exercising at the moment. I'm going to take them both off that. And they can work in Czechoslovakia, they can work with this guy. And yeah, sure, let's take them off there. Where are they working? They're working from that airfield. They can work in there. And they can be with him. That way everybody has some air support. Right, okay, now, where do we want to be? What do we want to do? Do we want to go for things in Africa or out in Asia? Well, we already have territory out in Africa anyway, so we're not going to concentrate that on at all, because I think it's a bit of a sideshow sometimes. It's good to get the Entente troops out there, but it can also actually go against you quite fast. So I think we should go with a Berlin Pact and try and form the Axis. Because we have Italy already and Romania, so we're not that far off, to be honest. That is prepared, that is just ready for us, and I think probably we have the equipment. Let's tell them, let's go. And we are off. So before we actually go off on any adventures, let's carry on training. They're all trained up, aren't they? Okay, that's fine. Let's get them out where they need to be. I'm going to put them with him. Yeah, I don't really care that I'm actually losing that commander. That's not too much of an issue. Let's take those off that. Do we need to do anything with them? No, because they're actually out here. We could get some naval experience, I suppose, for our submarines. We would have to put them out here. Of course, it's going to take them a while to actually get there. But they could actually do that. We are at war, and we've got the condominium of Bosnia and Herzegovina. So, okay. Are we ready? I think yes is the answer you're looking for. These guys say go. Mackinson says go. So I think we go. And there you go. Nearly all greens. Oh, well, he says that, and then some of them turn red quite quickly. But there's not that many troops on there, so our troops should overwhelm them. Let's accept Italy in, because they're eager to get into the fight. And that will actually help Magazine actually do his job, because he can get there then. Oh, right, okay. Austria-Hungary has actually split into Hungarian People's Republic and the Austrian Empire. Okay. That's going to ruin my front line and my orders. but we are moving in, and that's a non-aggression pact from Hungarian Empire. Not bothered. Don't care. Really, really don't care. That is complete, so let's do that. They actually got out, I think, fine. Yes, they did. We'll keep Matahari actually working there. We will put, now which one of those had the skills? They're all three seducers, aren't they? So I don't think it really makes any difference at this point. Let's go for this woman in Paris. We'll start on our French route. Okay, don't think we can actually do that yet because we don't actually own the territory of Austria. So we could sort out our navy. Both of those would be good. It's something we're going to have to do, but we could actually do this now because we are at peace with the Empire of Japan. So that, I think, would be a nice little advantageous move for us. Troops are moving in, good. We have military factories coming up because we're probably taking their territory and actually improving our own. I'm going to ask for air bases at this stage. Keep them occupied. How are we doing on the fronts? We're okay actually. We don't need all those on there now. Let's put them back on there. And we're fine. We could put more aircraft out there to get them training up, I suppose. We're still doing well with fuel, so we're okay there. We could improve war propaganda at this point, but instead I'm going to do that. And I think I can't get him because I don't have the theorist. Falkenhayn, we've got him as a general there. Who have we got on here? Yeah, let's get this guy. That was the one that I wanted and I misclicked because I'm an idiot. Right, we're still doing that. Too early to do the aircraft. Can we do anything on these? Well, yes we can, so let's do that. And that is the relevance of the Agadir crisis. Okay, that's not going to make no difference to what we're actually doing then. Yeah, what the heck? What the heck? We lost political power with that. That's all for what? For some kind of game mechanic that we had no part in because we didn't go down that tree. Let's carry on with our infantry equipment. Yeah, we're losing it for garrisoning duties now. Okay, I'm going to say, why are we... Falkenhayn is actually injured. That ain't good. Why we got so much supply problems there? That's... Oh, that's because they're not getting any supply. It's because we've got them as this. Okay, let's just duplicate this. Turn them into that and that. Okay, all of those. haven't got any available. It will come to you, mate. It will come to you. Don't worry. That's too early. Too early. But we could do this. And if I remember, I will explain about the maintenance company when we get a chance. At the moment, let's just concentrate on military factories. And proceed. How are we doing on time? We've still got 10 minutes of this particular episode left, so I think that is absolutely bloody marvellous. Let's move in. And that is it. Austrian Empire has gone under. So I've actually got play conferences actually here. So let's go for this territory. Can I get all of that? Not that, apparently. Okay, and Italy, can I give you those? Yes, I can. So I did. Just to keep Italy's borders nice and tidy. Okay, we can go back to doing what we were going to do, which was just sit back, relax, have a beer, and enjoy the countryside. Yeah, that's entirely what our purposes were in the game. Right, I'm going to improve that because I don't like having 4 anywhere, not in our territory anyway. Probably could do with a highway being built. And we will yep, that'll work. That's the majority of the areas actually covered, and that's going to be, I think, everything that we're going to need anyway. As we now carry on into what do we need to do now. Our field marshal here is, I'm going to split his groups out. Cipher for France is done. Okay, we've got more decisions to actually do. So the fate of Franz Joseph I. Who was he? Well, he was the Emperor of Austria-Hungary when it existed. He's now just Franz Joseph. So we didn't think much of him, and he hasn't literally got long left in this world. So we're not going to send him into exile. Oh no, we are. We're not going to. I was looking at that and then reading that at the same time. We're not going to appoint him as king in the Austrian kingdom because we don't want that at all. So we're going to send him into exile. We're going to get that political power back because it was kind of stolen off us. Cipher for France is actually done, so we can actually do Russia from St. Petersburg. Okay, now we do own Austria now, so we can actually get those cores. So we won't have to garrison them up. And right, how are we going to play this? Are we going to, which one are we going to need more intelligence on? I think for, if we went industrial wise or army wise, we want army intelligence on both of these. So to start off with, I may double up our teams. So just to get our advantages going on both fronts, because we have no Austria-Hungary now, so we're going to have to act as if we are the real German Empire. Not anything that is false, but the real German Empire. Okay, they're building up. Oh, that needs fixing. That will never train properly like that. And we got any shortages there? No. Okay. Does any of these guys need any training up? Shouldn't do. They should all be looking hunky-dory. They are. He does need some more troops, so okay, let's get that ball rolling. Let's get them on there. Because I don't trust these countries at all. Oops. There we go. And it's all happening at the same time. This is just a rough estimate of what I want in those areas. Okay, so what have we got here? We've got infantry support and armoured raids, cavalry, tanks and armour. Ah, right, all infantry and motorised mechanised recovery rates. And all infantry again, so I think that is the way to go. And we'll spend some points as well. Too early for that? Probably. Too early for that, for definite. And it's too early for those, isn't it? So I could actually get some support companies at this stage. Just fill our troops out. Yeah. Wow, even that is way too far ahead. I do want that though. We could actually do that. What it would be like to do a trade interdiction war and just build submarines like the Billio. But to do that, we'd have to invest, strictly speaking, in just a couple of tech. That's advanced contact mines, and that's mining submarines, but that is 9 years away. That is 1919 that we'd actually get that. That is 4 years away. Interesting. We could go down that route. I wasn't planning on doing that though, because the submarine tech is, as you can see, quite limited, whereas everything else has got a few more added advantages that you can actually do. So these models are actually built up for you. And we could actually take possessions out. Yeah, I'm not going to make that decision right yet. It's too early to make that decision. These are way too far ahead. So I had looked at those tonight. Yep. Support companies it is. Hospital it is. Okay. Sorry, that took a bit longer than expected. Right, okay, we don't have enough manpower for garrisons. Okay, they're not going to help us. Romania. Garrison support, please. Thank you. I don't think it's that we're actually missing, because we've got loads of manpower, but I think it's just the arms that we require. And every man has 2 arms. Well, how are we doing on our deficit? Well, we have no deficit now, so we are getting back into the pluses. Nice. My Air Force, how are they looking? Okay, well, let's tell them all that they don't need to be doing stuff like that now. We'll train them up. And I don't need them doing that, not yet, because if anything, it's going to be, well, it is going to be Hungary next, isn't it? So let's move them there. and then they can, yeah, let's put them back on that, but for a different area. They're ready to go, and they are trained up. Okay, don't need them doing that. That's going to reduce our fuel if we keep it under control. Do I keep them on that? Maybe. Let's take them off that. Let's get them trained up. Train them up. I think everything is back to normal, so let's put some more things out there. Oh, we've actually captured equipment. Interesting. Okay, that will do for now. And I think we are coming up on time. So, wow, hasn't time flown? 20th of March, 1912. Well, we've gone, what, a year and a half? So, not bad. We've yet to take the rest of the property though. So we do want Hungary as our next target. And that, I believe, is after, yes, is our next inline on focuses. So we'll do that in the next episode. Hope you liked this episode. Hope you can join me for the next one. Like and subscribe if you'd like to, and I will see you next time. See you later. Bye.